everyone, welcome to my channel, Never Too Late, it's Kim here. I'm here today with you with a haul, but a little bit of a different kind of a haul. If you have not watched my videos before, I am a full-time reseller on places like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, whatnot. Probably going to be opening an Etsy store for my vintage finds at some point. And speaking of vintage, I do have some vintage stuff in this haul. So the backstory is that through the years, I have my children, and all through the years, we always had fun with Halloween costumes and making them, putting different pieces together to create costumes. And then when I had cool things, I would just throw them in my Halloween bin. So I had 2 Halloween costume bins, and I recently went through them and got rid of a lot of the stuff that was just, you know, your missing pieces from parts, you know, missing certain, like one part from a costume or we didn't have the other or whatever. But I did keep a lot of things that I'm going to be listing on in my stores soon, especially with Halloween coming up. Today is October 2nd. So let me put this big old bag up here. I'm going to show you. Woo! Here's a peek. These are the things I found inside that I just thought were interesting. Now, some of these things are things that, honestly, I didn't even remember were in there. Some are things that were mine when I was young. Some of these things were my mom or my dad's that I just still have. Some have been used in Halloween costumes before. Some of them I actually wore as normal, regular clothing at some point in my life. And some of them are pieces that were actually, you know, bought as costume pieces. So the first thing I want to show you, when I was in college, I think, I took a road trip with my then boyfriend, now husband, and friends, and we went to New Orleans. And we didn't go during Mardi Gras, but we did go, you know, down in the French Quarter, and I bought these masks. I just thought they were so pretty, and my intention was always to hang them up, and I just never did. You know, when we bought them in college, I just didn't have room to hang them up, and then they just kind of got put in a bin and never remembered, but I found them now. They do, you can see, they do have the little, like, thing to put them on so it stays on your head. What is that called? Strap. So there's that one. Some of them are not still in bags. I never used these for Halloween costumes. I could never quite, but some of them are so beautiful. Look at this one. So gorgeous. And then we have this one. And I know there are crafty people that can go and buy feathers at, you know, Michael's or Joann's or whatever and make beautiful things like this, but not me. This one is a little bit smaller. If I were going to keep one, I would probably keep this one. But I just think they're going to sit in a bin, so I'm going to list them so that someone can actually get some use out of them. And look at that one. How beautiful is that? Like I said, I bought these when I was in college. Oh, there's feathers everywhere now. I'm going to have to vacuum. But anyway, that was the first part. I found those, which I didn't remember at all. And I found this, and this was actually mine in my younger days. This little black leather mini skirt. It was a little not looking great, so I got my leather conditioner and put it on it, and it just looks so good now. And you can see inside the back side of the leather. It is 100% leather. It is definitely vintage. It's from G3 Leather Designs, and it is a size 5'6". Yes, I was once a 5'6". A long, long time ago in a land far, far away. But anyway, snap and zip back. So I will be listing this. It's so cute. And like I said, once I put the conditioner on it, it just looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, next, this is something that my daughter used in college as part of a Halloween costume. And I just think that this would make a great, like, I don't know, like a Western dress. Like if you wanted to be like an old-time country singer or something. It's kind of a midi dress, It's actually red. It looks a little orange, but it's actually red. And it just has that, you know, the piping just kind of gives it that country vibe to me. It does not have the belt, but it is a kind of full midi skirt. And it is from the brand Starshine. I'm wondering if this was actually made at some point to be like a performer's outfit. But it's just kind of fun and definitely vintage. So I'm excited about that one too. I found this. This is not vintage. This is from KLG and Company. Well, maybe it is a little. No, I guess it is because it's made in the USA. Size medium. This is probably from like the 80s. It is just a little wrap skirt, but it's got shimmer. Look at the shimmer on it. How cute is that? And I think this was actually mine. I was a dancer back in the day. I know. But anyway, so cute. Definitely could throw a little ballet core on that one. All right. I had this. Now this I'm not sure if I'm going to list because it's not really that exciting. I think there's a little bow tie in here too, but I can't find it. But it's just little mouse ears and a mouse tail. But I love that it's kind of black and white. I may just throw it up as a costume piece on my shops and just make it really inexpensive. I also found this, and this was also just a piece of a costume, but really cute. It's like purple and spider web. Just thought it was still had some life in it. All right. I think I bought this shirt. It was like the shirt for like a hippie 60s kind of a costume. And it's got like the, almost like a tie-dye look with this little peace sign heart. Giving that 60s vibe. There is another, I think there's one more that's actually a costume. And the ones that are actually costume pieces, I'm not sure if I'm just going to donate them or put them up, but I still thought they were cute. So this was one I bought and then I just decided to never wear it, but it's a little like genie outfit. You know, gave me that I Dream of Genie vibes. And I mean, I think I probably will just donate the ones that are just costumes. But here's the little pants. Okay, I think the rest of these are all, no, here's one more. This, I think, was one year when my kids wanted to be, I don't know if this was like a Harry Potter thing or wizard or whatever. This is just a little wizard hat. It needs a good lint rolling because it was in a bin with boas that were losing their feathers. Oh, these are fun. These are fun. Look at these gloves. They're kind of like a sage green, like full arm glove. Look at that. Those are amazing. Okay. This I must have bought to wear as like a witch costume maybe. It's from La Chateau, made in Canada, size large. And this is gorgeous. I think this is something that there are some people that would wear all the time. It's got the, you know, long midi to maxi skirt. It's like a crushed velvet. Look at the sleeves. You've got the bell sleeves thinning. Got the big balloon sleeve, I guess, and then it thins to a tighter fitting sleeve on the bottom. Just really kind of simple, but yet the sleeves and the wide skirt and the velvet just give it that witchy, whimsy goth kind of a feel. I'm very excited about that one. Oh, here's another little costume piece that I thought was super cute. It's just a little sunflower headband. Oh goodness, we are just going. Oh, I found the little bow tie. That went with the little mouse outfit. Oh, I guess this was just. This was just a little spider web necklace. I'm gonna put that in my little giveaways. And if somebody buys a witchy type dress or something, I will throw that in with it. Okay, let's go way back. Let's go back to the 70s for this one. This was my mom's dress. And when I tell you that my mom, when she was young, was thin, She was very thin. She was probably unhealthily thin when she was young. Hence, I think her obsession with me always being not thin enough even when I was healthy sized. Because I, as an adult, could not fit into this. Could never do it. Even at my very thinnest, could never fit into it. But this is a actual 70s, go out to the disco, get your boogie on, Bee Gees disco dress. And I've always thought, oh, I'll lose enough weight, I'll get to wear this for Halloween for years. And then I realized that in order for me to lose enough weight to wear that, I would be so unhealthy. So I kind of held on to it because it was cool. But now I'm going to put it up and sell it because it deserves to be worn. It's a beautiful vintage dress, and I hope that someone will actually want to buy it and wear it. Okay, going back more into me and my stuff. This was my skirt in the like 80s and early 90s maybe. Probably more 90s actually than 80s. But look at this with the jeans on the top and then the cotton chambray bottom, and then the belt is actually separate. I didn't take it out, but I will sell the belt probably separate. And this is vintage as well. But it is that classic western, southwestern belt with the leather or faux leather straps, and the straps are not really in good shape, so it probably does need to be put on something else, but it's still very cool. Now I am noticing that there is a little staining back here, so I'm gonna have to wash this and see if I can get that out. But how cool is this skirt? Love, love, love. And I did used to wear this. Okay, this I think I must have bought for a costume, or it was my mom's. Honestly, cannot remember. This is very old too. I want to say this is probably 60s, or this was probably my mom's, because I'm thinking this was my mom's. Or my grandmother's. Actually, this was probably my grandmother's. I want to say this is probably 60s. Look at this dress. Look at this. Is that not a 60s beauty? Look how beautiful. And it very long, slit in front. I think it was someone in my family. I'm not sure who. And it was from Mary Martin. And size 14. I can't wait to get some of this stuff listed. I just love the vintage stuff. I am saving 2 more items. I'm saving the best for last, the oldest and best for last. And this is another thing from my closet. And to be honest, I was like, whatever happened to those pants? And now I found them. I found them in the Halloween bin. But look at, okay, I showed these to my daughter, and the first thing that she said was, oh my God, you were so small when you were in high school. I bought these between my junior and senior year of high school. And I got in so much trouble because I used my mom's emergency credit card to buy them. And they were like $70-something in the mid-80s. Yeah. I got in so much trouble. I was such a good kid. I never broke the rules. This was my big rule break as a teenager. I bought expensive pants on my mom's credit card, and then got in a lot of trouble for it. But anyway, these are Guess, kind of like cargo military pants, and they have these really fun pockets where they either snap and there's like a pocket, or you can bend them down, and they have those on the legs and then also at the top, at the waist. These pants, oh, I loved these pants. These pants were everything to me, and I so wanted to be that cool like rocker chick. I think even back then, I don't think I ever quite pulled it off, but these were my moment. My moment. I used to wear them with like cropped sleeve cutout sweatshirts, and I had like a black leather bracelet with like the studs on it. I thought I was so cool. So cool. I wasn't, but I really thought I was. But anyway, you know, look at this. This was me in high school. This is the time period that my mom told me how overweight I was on a regular basis. She used to tell me that I could be so cute if I would just lose a little weight. I could be pretty if I would just lose some weight. And then I look at these pants and I'm like, what are you talking about, lady? I was exactly the size I should have been. So, you know, no wonder that I have some lingering food weight issues, right? And in my mom's defense, I think in her mind, she was trying to help me. I don't think there was malice intended or anything. She was just from a different time, and, you know, so I'm not holding on to any hard feelings or anything like that, but there you go. Be careful what you tell your kids, because it could definitely cause them some issues later on. Now, the size is completely worn off on this, but you can see the Guess label, and these are definitely from the 80s, because I remember exactly when I bought them. Such cool pants. Okay, now, saving the best for last. This was my dad's flight suit from when he was in the Army in the 60s and 70s. So maybe this isn't older than that dress, and it is, size is also worn off, but does have a tag in there. It is in pretty good shape for its age, but look at this flight suit. It is a full flight suit, pockets, everything. Probably needs to go through the wash. You know, got all the little doodads. Zip on the leg to tighten up the legs. Plenty of pockets all over the place for whatever they needed the pockets for. I don't know. And I can tell you that this has actually been used for a Halloween costume. Not by me, but by my very, very best friend in college. When the movie, why does my mind go blank this is killing me because I cannot think of the movie. Tom Cruise, I will think of it, and then everyone will put it in the comments too. Tom Cruise, Flight School, Ice. You know the one I'm talking about. There was a song by the band Berlin in the movie. And in the video, she wore a very similar type of flight suit. And she had blonde hair it was like white blonde and then dark black on the bottom. The tips were black. And my friend she was tall, she had shortish hair, like maybe shoulder length, and it was very blonde and she dyed, you know, temporary dye. She did it, and she wore this, and it was like she was the splitting image. It was the best Halloween costume. It was amazing. So this was actually worn. Top Gun. Ha! I knew I would get there. So anyway, used to look like the lead singer of Berlin in the song from the movie Top Gun. So that is all the things that I found in my very own Halloween bins. Who knew I had these gems? Now, some of them have been in these bins for many years, so I will need to do a little bit of cleaning and touching up to get them ready to be listed. But I was really excited to find all these little, especially the vintage ones, the little vintage gems. You know, some of them thrift stored, some of them from my family members or friends or whatever, but all of them loads of fun. All right, please let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know what you think about all of these different things. What was your favorite piece? Mine has to be the flight suit, but these pants just still have a special place in my heart. I think I've never wanted an item of clothing more than I wanted these pants in my entire life. And I'll tell you one more story about these pants. When my senior year of high school, I was going with two friends. I was not driving. I was sitting in the back seat, and I was going to see or I think we were going to a party. I don't remember, but one was driving, and then my best friend, the one that wore the costume, was in the passenger seat. I was in the back seat. I was wearing these pants, and she was rubber. She kind of rubberneck because there was and she hit the back of a car. And this was back before seatbelts were like. This was back in like the early 80s. No one was telling you to wear your seatbelts all the time. So we didn't have our seatbelts on. So the driver, perfectly fine, nothing. My friend in the front seat, she ended up like with a little bit of whiplash. I hit with my nose hit and blood everywhere. So somebody calls the police ambulance comes. They put my friend in with her neck, and they, put the collar on her, put her in, sit her in the seat, and then they see me and they take her out of the seat, put her on the side, put her sitting on a seat, take her out of the stretcher, and put me on the stretcher because I guess I looked worse with all the blood. We get to the hospital and they take me into the emergency room, and they, they're starting to, and I'm like, do not cut my pants, do not get blood on my pants. I spent the entire time in the emergency room just safeguarding that no blood got on these pants because I spent so much money on them and I love them so much. And I was like, you can't get blood on my pants. And they're like, you have a broken nose. And I was like, I don't care the pants. Anyway, fun story from high school. And then, being an insecure senior in high school is tough enough. But I actually had to end up going, and it broke and was in a weird angle. So I actually had to get surgery to have it put back in place. And I still do have a bump somewhere. Yeah, right there. I still have a bump where it didn't quite go back exactly right. But anyway, they put a cast on my nose, and it's just like plaster, like here. So I just had this white plaster cast on my nose, and I had to go to high school. Insecure. No self-esteem, girl that thought she was hideously fat, going to high school with a cast on my nose. It did not help. It did not help. And my friend sitting in the front seat had to go to school with a neck brace for several days. So the two of us were just like, this is not good. And then the driver of the car, who was not hurt in any way, got to go to school looking the exact same as she always did, actually came up to us and told us that we were embarrassing her. I'm sorry. I just find this a hilarious story. I was just like, I'm done with you. So anyway, that was my stories about my pants. Luckily, no blood. No blood got on the pants. I made sure. And you watch all those shows where they cut their clothes off, and I'm like, no, don't, no scissors. Stay back from the pants. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you like the best. I'm hoping to get some of this stuff listed before Halloween. Like I said, I'll probably just list the clothing items and not the Halloween pieces. Those I'll probably just donate with the other stuff that I have. But anyway, if you have not subscribed and you do like reseller content, please consider subscribing. And, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. If you don't know what to say, just leave me an emoji. Leave me your favorite emoji. I'd love to see it. And remember that it is never too late to go and clean out all those boxes of stuff that you have. Or maybe there are some of you that don't have the boxes, and I envy you so much. I am a collector. I am a clutterer. I'm not a hoarder, but I'm a collector, and I'm trying to declutter. So if you are like me and you have bins of things that you've, moved into somewhere, and you still have a box you haven't opened in, a while, you never find some treasures. All right. I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.